Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear listeners, welcome to Little Hearts Big Iman, a journey through Ramadan with your favorite characters from Iman Phonics. We bring you heartwarming tales filled with lessons from the Quran and the teachings of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Each story is a journey filled with wisdom, faith, and love. So settle in, open your hearts, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let's begin today's story. The Sound of the Heart. It was a peaceful evening in Ramadan, and Taha, Riz, and Chad sat on the grass in their backyard, listening to different sounds around them. The air was filled with the aroma of iftar preparations. Birds chirped, the wind rustled through the trees, and they could hear a distant tune playing from a neighbor's house. "That music sounds nice," Chad said. "Why don't we listen to it?" Just then, Mom and Dad came outside with a tray of dates and water. "What are you three talking about this time?" asked Mom as she placed the tray on the picnic table. "We heard music playing and Chad wants to listen," said Riz. Dad smiled gently. Ramadan is a special month for purifying our hearts and focusing on Allah. Music can sometimes seem pleasant, but not all sounds are good for the heart. Have you ever wondered why some music makes people forget about good things and focus only on their desires? Taha's eyes widened. "Is it bad for us?" Mum sat down beside them. "Some sounds and rhythms can distract us from remembering Allah, especially in Ramadan when we should focus on good deeds. They can make us forget about important things like being grateful and concentrating on worship." "But what if it just makes people happy?" Riz asked. Dad nodded. "True happiness comes from listening to things that nourish the heart and soul, like the Quran, the call to prayer, and kind words." The Prophet ﷺ taught us to be mindful of what we listen to because what enters the heart affects how we behave. Chad thought for a moment. "So we should choose what we listen to carefully, especially in Ramadan." Exactly. There are beautiful sounds all around us that don't come from musical instruments. The birds singing, the rain falling, the recitation of the Quran, all these are reminders of Allah's blessings. Taha smiled. "I like listening to the Quran before iftar. It makes me feel peaceful." "That's because it is the best sound for the heart," Dad said. "If we fill our hearts with good sounds, we will always feel close to Allah. And in Ramadan, this is even more important." Riz, Chad, and Taha looked at each other and nodded. They decided that from then on, especially in Ramadan, they would fill their ears with words and sounds that bring them closer to goodness and leave behind anything that might turn them away from Allah's path. Alhamdulillah, I hope you enjoyed today's story. This is Rukhshana Hassan. with the podcast series Little Hearts, Big Iman, because every little heart has the power to shine with big faith.